And the bad news is JDP doesn't want it with the shadow boxer. It's bad news for Jake. Bad news for JDP. Boys and girls, I've just been watching the BKB. It was a brilliant show. A little bit later than I usually would do one on a Saturday, but I need to cover this that's been going on the last couple of days. So, it all started with a joke. Listen, I've got no issue with JDP. No problem at all. I do genuinely quite like his content. I didn't like it when he was sending for Stun Gun Paddy and all that crap. I thought he went a bit too far there. But all the reaction content, I think he's funny, all the rest of it. And I do like his content, and I comment on his stuff and in his lives and everything. No issue with between us. I think the whole Brett May thing is a bit fucking weird, but I do think that he doesn't actually believe that himself. He's just doing it on a wind up. But yeah, anyway. So a joke, a banterous comment left by Shadow Boxer about JDP saying about doorstepping him. Of course, he wasn't going to doorstep him. And Danny's written on there going, "I'll come with you," and then a picture of like recording and a door, like emojis. And JDP has lost his fucking shit, and he's made a very, very serious video saying, "If anyone comes to my house, it'll be like fucking Freddy Krueger. I'll do this, that, and the other." And I think the reason why he did that, if you ask me, the reason why I did that, if you ask me, was 50% to gain traction on YouTube and get clicks and views, and 50% out of fear and worry that they were going to actually do it. Of course they weren't going to do it. Of course that was not going to happen. Anyone with a quarter of a brain cell could see that that was not going to happen. And he's saying he's not scared of Danny Christie, this, that, and the other. They've had a bit of back and forth. They don't, well, I say back and forth. Danny just said he doesn't, he would struggle not to slap him if he saw him or something like that. And JDP's obviously gone all out with a Brett May thing and made loads of videos about him and this, that, and the other. Following on from there, then, Shadow Boxer has said, of course no one's going to doorstep you. What a stupid thing to say. Danny was never going to doorstep him. He's a professional fighter. JDP has never trained a day in his life in any combat sport. So it was never going to happen. Shadow Boxer has offered him a fight on the 31st of May. Now, 6 weeks from now, in Nottingham. And in the corner of Shadow Boxer would be Jimmy Justice Millar, Danny the Bastard Christie, and bad news Weston Hughes. That will be the Shadow Boxer's corner team if he fights JDP. Does JDP want the fight? JDP, by coming out and saying, I want money, I want this, that. Listen, as I say, I've got no problem with you, but this is the truth. You do not deserve any money for fighting on that show. You haven't got a big enough audience on YouTube. I haven't got a big enough audience on YouTube, but I can sell tickets when I fight. I normally sell between 60 to 80 tickets, but I probably would sell more now, I would have thought, in my local area. On a show up north is probably like, I don't know, an hour and a half from where you live. You could sell 20, 30 tickets to your family members, of which you'd earn a few £100. They'll give you a few £100 for being on the show. You do not deserve any more money than that because you've never trained a day in your life. You've never had a fight in your life. And you've got people on there who fight every weekend and they'll get paid £200-300 and then they'll get their ticket sales. Or you get people that fight on there every couple of months and they really deserve it with amateur boxing histories or amateur MMA histories or bare knuckle. So you don't deserve any money for doing it. You're not going to get thousands of pounds. Your YouTube's worth nothing, more or less. You've only just started doing decent views, and fair enough, you've got more subscribers than me. But I reckon if you look through the amount of views that we've had in total, I've probably had just about the same amount, and I wouldn't be asking for thousands. I know it's worth nothing. It means nothing. Shadow Boxer is the A side of that fight, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here in my t-shirt and I'm cornering him. He just is, because he's got such a bigger reach and a bigger following. He's had videos that have had 32 million views. He's got 110,000 subscriber channel. He proved today that they were real subscribers as well. You know, it's It's a strange one. It's a strange one. You're not getting thousands of pounds if you don't want to fight the shadow. Listen, the shadow boxer would not beat a top level professional fighter, and I've said that when he was calling out Danny and when he was calling out Paul and all this and the other. Of course he wouldn't. But he is trained. He is a big bloke. He's 6 foot odd, very thick, heavy set, definitely strong. He can throw a punch. You can watch for. You can see how he shadow boxes. That he knows how to throw hands. He's trained in wrestling. You could see he's trained in wrestling from the sparring video with him and Mickey Miller. I know they're pissing about in the garden, but when they like sparring, he looks like he can box. Mickey Miller's an ex-professional MMA fighter. Shadow boxer's a lot bigger than him. I know JDP's a big lump, but big lumps who can't fight, i.e. Brett May, they swing stupid hooks like this, like outside a kebab shop. And people who know how to fight throw straight shots down the pipe. Shadow boxer would knock JDP out in a round, and anyone that thinks otherwise is delusional. Delusional. It's the fact, and if it goes past a round, then it will be even easier for shadow boxer to beat him because he will have nothing left in the tank because he's never trained in his life, and shadow boxer clearly has. It's madness to me, and he'll have me in his corner, who I've got a very, very, very good record with people that I've cornered in bare knuckle. I don't want to yank my own tingy or fucking blow my own horn, but I've only ever lost one fight hybrid or bare knuckle out of about 12 or something. We haven't got an extensive bare knuckle career. I've had a lot more boxing matches than that, but I've got a very, very good record of lads at a corner. Am I a lucky charm? Jimmy Justice, one of them. Am I a lucky charm? Do we get results because we know what we're talking about? You can decide, but lightning doesn't strike numerous times if it's just luck. Do you know what I mean? You've got to strike while the cheese is warm, lads. Anyway, I can understand why JDP... The point of the video is I can understand why JDP doesn't want the fight. He doesn't want to get beaten in front of everyone on YouTube by Shadow Boxer, who he's so many times said that he'd beat up. It's the same situation with the Danny Christie and Brett May thing. He doesn't want to do it in front of a crowd where it'll be filmed and this, that, and the other, and he doesn't want to look stupid, and that's fine. But just come out and say that rather than saying, "Oh, I want thousands of pounds, this and that." Just like, mate, you're not worth the 200 quid, that 300 quid that they're offering to pay you. You're really not. Where was I going with this? So, if you do want to make a statement, listen. If you do want to go there, and it will blow your channel right up. That's what you want. That's what he wants to do. Is he wants to be a big player in the dark corner, and he wants to earn money out of YouTube and this and that. And that's fine. That's what we all want. That we all want to do well on YouTube, and we all want clicks and views and everything. If an opportunity like that gets offered to you, where you can fight someone who's got a channel of that size, fucking rip the hand off. You should be offering to pay them for the growth that it's going to give you. And with Danny in the corner and Jimmy in the corner, who have both got bigger channels and get better views, the content will be off the charts, and it would be a way for you to go fuck you to Danny like you want to in an environment where he can't do anything to you. Do you know what I mean? So fair enough. But I do think that he's got more balls than Brett May. That is one thing I do think. And if Danny did go to the area, like Jake said, I do believe he would turn up and get beaten up. But he would do it to grow his channel. So this is just another opportunity for him to do that if he wants to. Can understand why he wouldn't want to, because Shadowboxer would weigh him in, basically. But yeah. Sorry for the rant tonight, boys. Needed to get that off my chest. 31st of May, Nottingham. Bad news. Shadow, Jimmy, and maybe Danny Christie, if he fights JDP, will be there. Adios, la bosh.